And you're right here with Pastor Troy on the doc.org. You thought season 3 was over. We were done. But then there's this siren, this alert went out across. Yeah, that's it. It's a special On the Dock episode. We're all about conversations to propel your faith out of the shallow into the deep. But today we're going to rock you out of the shallow and into Jesus Christ. It's going to be a special episode. You can find us at YouTube, Spotify, and iTunes. Go watch season 1, 2, and 3 on those channels right there. Check us out. Go to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Telegram, and Getter, and tell people all about what we're talking about today and on the dock. And you can always hit subscribe, like, notify, and just help us get the word out on our special alert today. It's coming at you. And as always, you can be a partner of the show through Patreon, 4 levels of partnership, 3 levels of sponsorship, and always slnt.com. Go to silent, check out their Faraday bag products. I got one right here, hiding my little phone, so the phone will not know what's going on today. The government will not know. Nobody will know. Only you will know on the dock right here. Go to onthedock.org. Find out all the details. You can go to silent and use the promo code OTD. Go to slnt.com/discount/OTD. Get all those discounts. Get your own Faraday bag. If you're just confused, go to onthedock.org. Find all our programs, platforms there, links to Patreon, and links to SLNT. And you can always email us at info@onthedock.org. I'm your host, Pastor Troy, here in studio with Donna Karnowski for a special episode. Pull that horn again, Donna. That's a producer. Special alert. And we drug him in off the street. He was like, he was going to do stuff. He's got guitar lessons today. He's got things to do, but we had to call in. You know how the news does when they have a disaster? They have to call the experts at a different field. Our idea of Southern Illinois Christian rock knowledge rests in the one and only, our own. We had him in season 2. He's a phenomenal man of God, Johnny Wicoff. Johnny, how you doing here? Southern Illinois Christian rock and worship recording artist.
Doing well, man. It's awesome to be on the show again.
You got your hair done for the show. How did you get it done?
Yeah.
You're in here. You get a 2-minute call to studio. He's in studio, and you're going to help us through this episode.
I like your hair here instead of on your. Let's see, there it is.
Oh
yeah. You're looking all angsty there.
Yeah, but that's from last
older photo.
That's season 2.
That's older photo.
He's
This is the Johnny today. This is married Johnny.
He's married now.
Married Johnny.
She's taught him about product for the hair and all this stuff. She's like, no, baby, you can't go out looking like that. You gotta, so she's got it. So we're here. The special alert is Hope Fest. We are involved with this incredible festival called Hope Fest, and I'm gonna stand up. Donna, can you get my chest here? Look at that. Right here. See that? Hope Fest. That's vintage Hope Fest 2014. I'm wearing a 2014 antique.
Wow.
What were you doing in 2014?
Can you stand up a little bit?
You would have been pretty young.
Finishing high school, halfway through high school. Yeah.
Hope Fest 2014 was here in 2014. We did a thing, this festival. It was all to benefit relief work we were doing in Liberia, West Africa for the Ebola. And Hands of Hope partnered together to do the first Hope Fest 2014. Wow. And man, we had an incredible time. Let me just go back, a throwback. Here is that graphic right there. Look at that. Boom. That was a fancy graphic. And we had, look at it, September 27th, 2014. We had music on the grounds. We had we had food and everything. Look at this. We had Trisha Brock, who was with Super Chick. So she was our guest artist. We had other bands, 8 great bands that day. WBGL was our sponsor for the day. Big day. We were raising money to help with hurricane relief. The previous year, we did some events for it. And then this year, we were doing Ebola relief. And we didn't show the movie after everything was over that night. We showed the introduction of the movie God's Not Dead. So that movie, the very first one of those came out. That was Hope Fest 2014. So Hope Fest is back. Let me just say, Hope Fest is back. Let me give a rundown real quick. Hope Fest is going to be Saturday, October 26th. On the grounds of Community Faith Church. We have 20 acres out here on the grounds. We invite you to come out, bring your lawn chairs and your family, come out for a day of incredible Christian rock and alternative music. We'll get into what that is in a minute, but gates are going to open at 12. Music's going to start officially at 2, but I hear Johnny's going to play a little bit early, have some music cranking.
Jam out a bit.
Yeah, there's a 5K. Yeah. We'll tell you about that in a minute. There's a 5K going to be running in, so he's going to serenade them a little bit as they run in, and then we'll get the festival wound up by 2 o'clock, and we're going to run at least probably the last band 10:30. Well, last band going about 9:30ish, and we'll be out of here by 11. But there's the music 2 to 10. The 5K is registrations at 12 o'clock, running to 2 o'clock, and you'll run right into Hope Fest. And there'll be a Hope Fest food court, so after you've run, you can get some food, and people can come out and spend money. We're gonna have a great great concession stand. We've got lots of food, going to be a barbecue and fair food and pizza food and loaded nachos and all the good stuff you'd expect at a festival.
Yeah.
All right. And if I'm involved, there's going to be good food. So we know that. So Hope Fest got the 5K going on. We've got a biker zone. We'll talk more about that in a minute. But what we've got is 8 incredible bands. We've got Johnny Wicoff Band leading off the day. Our own rock and roll expert from Southern Illinois, regional artist out of Nashville, Devin Williams. Yeah. We've also got the group Undefeated, the Jericho Harlot, Leper, As We Are, Grave Robber, and Spoken. And we're going to profile all of these on this show. You're going to see music by all of them on this show. It's going to be a long show, so enjoy it. We're going to run it a couple times, but we want to give you a feel for each of the artists of the day, tell you how to link up with them, check out their Facebook pages or their websites, and get more connected to them as they come to Southern Illinois. So just a couple things. These bands are going to be doing incredible stuff here. Once again, we've got the 5K running. So if you want to register for the 5K, go to hopefestevent.org. hopefestevent.org. You'll see the 5K link. It'll tell you how to register there online. We're using runner sign up for all you regular runners. Everybody knows runner sign up, but you can go through our link to get there. You can sign up to run. It's $25. That includes your shirt, a swag bag that'll be worth more than the $25. Then it includes free admission for your entire household into Hope Fest. So that is even more. So you'll actually rob us. So when you're done. So being the 5K, walk or run, you don't have to run. There's a run champion in places. There's a walk champion. I didn't know they will rule whether you were walking or running, and you can win as the runner and you can win as a walker in both male and female categories. And there's also children's categories in our Kids Fun Run. The 5K is about 3.1 miles. The Kids Fun Run's about a half mile, and they will run at different times, a little bit staggered, and you can be in them all. Now, the $15 for the Kids Fun Run, get your kids in. You don't get any free swag like the shirts, but you can buy them on site, and you still get free admission. So that's cool. So that's the 5K.
Awesome.
And the 5K will actually register 12 to 12:45. Briefing at 12:45. Runners will take off at 1 for the run, 1:01 for the walk, and then the Kids Fun Run will follow thereafter. And they will be running into Hope Fest as Johnny serenades them in.
All right.
Yeah, he'll serenade them in. And about 2 o'clock, we'll have the awards for that, kick off the formal things, and then we'll welcome your whole band back
Johnny,
to the stage.
do you know Chariots of Fire? You could.
Yeah, you can have them run.
Oh, man, we have to learn that one.
It could be, it's
a little rock remix of that.
Yeah. Shred it.
Yeah, as they're running in, they're running like the Olympics,
Really
you know.
epic.
You could do the old Olympic song, you know, the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. So they're going to be running. There's the route right there. They'll be running around our area. They'll be staying off the main roads. They'll be going down through the back way up toward the hospital and back around. It's going to be a great day. We also have a thing called the Biker Zone. The Biker Zone is an original thing that we're doing for Hope Fest. It's really cool. We're zoning off about a third of the grounds to be exclusive to the bikers, sponsored by some good friends of ours that we'll be talking about them day of, and they are sponsoring the Biker Zone, which means if you're on a bike, if you're on a motorcycle, or your passenger is on the motorcycle with you, they get in free, absolutely free. Special wristband, VIP, special section. And so all bikers are free and their riders are free. As you come to Hope Fest Bikers, you get in here, tell your friends, pull on in. Some of you may have really cool bikes and you want to get in what we call the bike show. The front area will be reserved for the bike show. That will cost you $10. It's a donation going to the event, and you'll be able to win in several prizes. There'll be 8 different things. There'll be a People's Choice Award, so the people will get to vote on which bike they like, first and second. There'll be a Best in Show, highest mileage, best paint, best American bike, best metric bike, lowest mileage bike, and the oldest bike. Who's got that old cool bike? There'll be several prizes. And then through the day, the bike zone between the band breaks. Like, Johnny, when you go off stage, we have about 20-minute window for the next band.
Sure.
There'll be bike games going on out in the grass by the merch stand on the bikes. And they're going to be doing these games called slow race, cone race time, a thing they call donut bite. I don't know what that looks like. We'll have to find out about that. Barrel push race, bullseye, ride the planks, and they got a lot of other games. So there's going to be like biker games.
So there's stuff going on all day.
You cannot look. We got MC clubs coming. Christian Motorcycle Association, other biker clubs are coming to support us, helping out that day.
Awesome.
And maybe you're not in a club, but you get to do bike games with the guys. I mean, it's gonna be cool.
That is cool.
Hope Fest Bike Zone. You don't need advance. Just show up on your bike. You'll get in, and there'll be some swag. I promise you, bikers, there'll be something cool. First 100 bikers show up. You're gonna get some really cool things from our sponsors. It's gonna be worth coming out for. Lastly, before we get into our band review, we're gonna get into a deep band review. We'll do one more throwback thing here real quick. But Hope Fest is gonna have the epic shred off zombie guitar.
Yeah.
Tracy called me from Zombie Guitar. He heard about this thing and he said, "Troy, we got to have something." He remembered Expo Fest. He did.
I love that.
And he says, we sell guitars. This event is made for us. I said, well, Tracy, what are you going to do? He says, let's have a Hope Fest zombie guitar company epic shred off. And so he designed it. He designed the graphics, and we're going to have a shred off. So you can register by going to Zombie Guitar, the Zombie Guitar Company at gmail.com. You can call them at 618-925-0134. It's on the bottom there in the graphic. Also, you can go to hopefestevent.org. There's a section now for the Hope Fest shred off, and there's a link to get all the information and get a hold of Zombie Guitar Company. Get registered. You can come out that day, maybe get in, but if you get registered, you'll get a spot. You'll show up. You'll get a place in between the bands. You're going to get on stage. You're going to get 2 minutes of shredding fame time, and you're going to get to go at it for 2 minutes. We're going to have in a day, we're going to find out who the best shredder in Southern Illinois is. Yeah. And there's going to be a grand prize. And listen, I don't know anything about this stuff, so you have to help me with this. You're our expert now. He says the grand prize, there'll be a beautiful plaque. Don't worry. You'll be able to take it home, hang it up. But the first place person is going to get a Dean Exile Select Fluence guitar valued at $1,000. Is this a good guitar?
Yeah, and that's gonna be great value for guitar. I mean, that's solid. Those pickups are what all the metal guys are going to.
They love it.
A lot of the Fluence stuff people love.
$1,000 guitar, just come out, Hope Fest, play for 2 minutes,
and win a guitar.
And win a guitar.
Pretty awesome. So guitar players, come on out.
Yeah, you're gonna get your number. You're gonna play. There might be later in the day. There might be a duel off between the last two and a shred
That'd be
off.
really cool,
Yeah, cool.
honestly.
And then you never know. So we're gonna do more with that. And there's prizes first, second, third. Also, we've built a young rockers category, so the young rocker 16 under can win a prize. The rocker that's 17 to 49, a young rocker 16 under, 17 to 49. You rockers have your own category, and then classic rockers, that's my kind, 50 plus. But then there's an overall grand champion first and second. So it's going to be cool. And then hey, listen what he's going to do. He wanted people, if they can't play the guitar, maybe they haven't taken lessons with you yet, because Johnny gives lessons there. You give lessons. At guitar. He gives lessons. You hadn't had lessons, but you think you could play. In your mind, you can play. We're going to also have throughout the day, the Zombie will be having an air guitar show off. We're going to bring brave audience members up on the stage and give them a minute to show us how to shred it off, and we have a prize.
That's awesome
for the Hope Fest. Listen to this: air guitar master of the universe. At Hope Fest. You don't want to miss. It's going to be great. 5K, Biker Zone, and the shred off. And the air guitar master of the universe. Why are we doing this? We're doing it because this building with the bad awning on the left. The right building is the Heron House of Hope. We built that. Put that together 13 years ago. We fed over 400,000 people through meals. We've done 3,000 GEDs there now. We're helping give commodities distribution there, job training programs. So much is happening there. The building to the left is the former CC Club. That's 116 North 12th Street. The Heron House Hope's at 112. We bought that building, and the vision is to put a free clinic called the Gap Clinic in, to put a new commodities distribution center in, and to have an emergency shelter in the upstairs of it. Let me show you the back of the building. The back of the building looks a little rough, but we have actually been gutting it and tearing it all out, and we get the whole building ready to get fabricated into being this incredible clinic, which we're calling the, let me give you the name of it here. It's really cool. It's a good name. You got to get all the words right here. What's cool about it's called the Hope Community Wellness Gap Clinic, and the Hope Emergency Shelter, and the Hope Hands of Hope, Heron House of Hope Commodities Distribution Center. They're going to be going in there over the next year or two as we develop it out. Every dollar we make at Hope Fest, every dollar we make will go to fund this vision and dream. We call this the Phase 2 project. House of Hope's been going for 13 years. We've been very successful, and now we got a dream for another 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years. The Harrison Bruce Foundation gave us $80,000 to match our purchase price of the building, which has been paid for. And now we're doing work in it, but we need more money to finish the project. And we will see these ministries right here: Hope Community Wellness Gap Clinic, the Heron House of Hope Commodities Distribution Center, the Hope Emergency Shelter, and we'll be taking a mobile vehicle out to do mobile wellness gap clinics. That's the vision over the next 2 years. And it's all about you coming and helping us make Hope Fest a major success. Isn't that pretty cool?
Man, that's awesome.
I mean, now, what does this come from? I want to throw back just 1 second here. In 1989, 90, and 91, a group of us that are old pastors now, Steve McEwen was we were youth pastors. Bill Swinford was a youth pastor at the Christian Church. Doug Milby was a pastor here at Community Faith Church back in those days. I was a youth pastor at Heron Methodist Church. We all got together and formed a group called Youth Explosion, and we held in 89, 90, and 91 3 years of festivals called by a group we formed a group called Youth Explosion, and we did a thing called Explo Fest. Explo with an X, XPLO Fest. And I could not find the graphics. I've been told through a web search that people still have the shirts, and we're going to see some of them at Hope Fest. A vintage Explo Fest. It's like Grandpa Fest of this area. So the last rock fest, Christian rock fest for Southern Illinois, was one I was one of the 3 leaders of. And that was the last year was 1991 before I went to seminary. And in that year, we had, look here, I went online to see if Hope Fest still lived on the internet. And I've got the Newsboys set list from Explo Fest right here.
That's
and it
awesome.
says they had 40-minute set. They played Kingdom Man, Stand Up for Jesus, Taste and See, Simple Man, One Heart, and I Got Your Number. Do you know who the Newsboys are?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, let me show you who they were right here. Look at it.
Man.
Hit the audio.
Look at the
This is an interview.
babies.
See the Explo Mall out back? I was in charge of that.
Yes. I saw you last year.
Look at the 90s hair right there. She's got the early 90s blowed up hair.
Hi.
All right, hang on. Let me go to the next one.
Ready.
This is so bad. Check this out. Here. This is some demo. This is them playing on our stage out there. Vintage Newsboys. I'm going to tell you right now, we couldn't afford to get the Newsboys now.
Well, no.
Now, they were the hot thing then, but they are stellar sensations now. And they put on a heck of a show. Is that a keytar, Johnny?
That is a keytar.
I mean, let me say back in the day, parachute pants and keytars were the thing, buddy. If you get you a keytar in your band, you could be
That's the next step.
You could be the next step. So Expo Fest was kind of 30 plus years ago.
Wow.
Just a long time ago, you know?
Yeah.
Like almost 30 years, is that right? So it'd be 10, 33, 34. I mean, and we ended in 91 when I went off to seminary. Others of us went different directions. And we, you know, we're back with Hope Fest. So come back out. It's the first festival in over 33 years in Southern Illinois, Christian Rock Festival. Johnny, we're calling this thing a Christian rock. I got told to call it a Christian rock and alternative music fest. Now that's our people from Subculture up there. They're helping us with the bands, bringing these bands in because these aren't your regular CCM bands.
They are not.
So help me understand the difference between CCM and Christian rock. And then when you add the term alternative, what does that mean?
Yeah, you know, like CCM is gonna be more like, you know, your stuff you hear like on WBBN or your normal Christian radio stations, things
It's
like that.
gonna be really
But
easy driving stuff.
yeah, you know, it's great music. A lot of times it's worship music too. Make
Some
sure
Tomlin, you know? or
yeah, some
something.
Chris Tomlin,
Yeah.
some Carrie Job.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it.
Great stuff. Great
Yeah,
stuff.
going on the road.
You're gonna see here. This is a little more different genre, right? So you're gonna think rock. Think like, you know, I think like Skillet. I think just that's the most Christian, probably well-known Christian rock band. Those kind of guys, a little more edge to his sound.
Wow.
And all the alternative is gonna be because rock is so wide.
There's a lot of
It's
genres.
Dude, it's ridiculous.
We're gonna freak you
Yeah.
out when you see some of these. Some of these are just whoa, and
Very
I'll get to, and they're gonna go whoa. We're gonna hear a lot of that at Hope Fest. Get a good variety.
Yeah.
We're gonna run through that in a minute. What we're doing with that, but you get a feel for the day. So it's gonna be not just your CCM. It's gonna be kicking it. Now we're hoping next year for Hope Fest 2025 to add a CCM night, to add Friday night to
awesome.
that, and do the Saturday rock, and then take what we do now for Family Fun Day, the Sunday, and we're going to hopefully roll all 3 of these together next year to September 5th, 6th, and 7th and have a Hope Fest weekend. So this is a primer. This is a beginner. You want to be here for the first ever Christian Rock and Alternative Festival. Not only will the first festival in 33 years, this will actually be the first Christian Rock and Alternative Festival.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. We want to know, are there Christian rockers here? Do you find Christian rock people here?
I do. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people. Honestly, it seems like that there's a lot of people that are into it, but there's not whole places to go see it.
Yeah, so we're finally, they don't have to drive to Indiana.
Yeah, or
they don't
St.
have
Louis
to drive
or-
to St. Louis.
yeah.
They don't have to go, someplace far away. It is going to be right here, $10. If you're in the strut off, you're in for the, if you're in the 5K, you're in, if
Or
you're on a
biker.
bike,
Yeah,
you're in.
you're in.
But $10, you're going to get 8+ hours of music. I mean, you don't have to drive anywhere. So that's a deal, and it's a deal. So
Yeah.
so let's take a look at our bands. The first up for the day is our opener for the day is our local artist Johnny Wicoff. Johnny, your band there is there listed Facebook / Johnny Wicoff. Go check it out, and you're going to be here. You guys going to do some fresh songs and stuff.
Yeah, I got a lot of original music we're really excited to share, and so yeah, man.
Well, we're going to play this song here from Johnny. We want you to hear some music during the show. You're actually going to hear music. We're going to let you play it out. out. And this is Johnny, the song Fight Again. Anything
Yes.
you want to say about this song?
Man, this song's just about, fighting against the darkness, fighting against lies that try to come into mind. Satan likes to put a lot of lies in our mind, right? And so we can cast that out with truth, right? And that's what that's all about.
If you're in your car right now, or you're in a house where you can do it, turn it up right now. And let's get some Christian rock going on. Get a taste of Hope Fest right here with Johnny Wicoff's band, Fight Again. Here we go.
You're here, and I'm ready to take fear, 'cause it's heavy, breathe life, and I feel it, feel me. I know that when the sun will rise, cast out with light. Let's go, let's fight again. Get up, time to shout it out. Let's live our lives again. I'm alive. Let's be, we're called to be. We speak, we cast fear out of here. I'm pure, I'm free, I'm called to be. Acting live. Believing in his promise, truth is, he's done it. Take hold of his hand, choose faith. God said that with his sun will rise. Cast out our light. Let's go, let's fight again. Get up, time to shout it out. Let's live our lives again. I'm alive. Let's be, we're called to be. We speak, we cast fear out of here. I'm pure, I'm free, I'm called to be. Acting live.
Whoa, dude, you're like a little dude, man. It's like you're like a little guy. It's like there's like a mighty warrior inside of you, man.
That's
I'm not the
face
guy
melt.
screaming though.
No,
that's
thank
not me.
God.
That's Micah. That's the other guitar player.
Is that one of your guitar players? My goodness, what a set of
Yeah.
lungs on him.
Yeah, you would not expect to see that guy.
Okay,
doing
this
that.
is Christian rock.
Yes.
This is like
Christian rock
not
slash
CCM,
metal, yeah.
little bit of metal.
Yeah.
See, that's what Don and I would call this Christian metal.
Yeah,
But
it's-
I was
it's on
told
there.
I was told by Dale. Dale's with As We
Yeah.
Are. He's the he says you can't say metal anymore. It sounds like you're old. You got to say alternative.
But we
Yeah.
are old.
You are old. So it's kind
That's
of a rock
legit.
metal.
Yeah, it's the rock modern metal vibe a little bit with that. Yeah.
Went fantastic, man.
Face melting.
Face. I was getting a little taste. I just want to go one more time. The opening lick is killer,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I love
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, I gave it a great intro there too. I mean, it just was hammered. Great shots from you guys in different times, different places. You're going to be out. You're going to get us started at Hope Fest. That's Hope Fest, October 26th. You don't want to miss the opening band. That's worth $10. Just come on out and bring your bike and just come stay for an hour and go. You know, no. You're gonna see the next one. The next band up is you helped us book them. I really appreciate that. We wanted to get a couple from local area, and he said, "Hey, I know a guy named Devin. It's the guy you know a little bit, and he's a national recording artist.
Yep.
Hey, I read about him. He is a 7-time Billboard top 30 Christian rock artist.
Yeah.
7-time American top 30." That's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
And I talked to Devin. Devin and I've exchanged some stuff, and he's got some great music out there. Now, he is in a Christian rock genre. He's a little more rock and less metal.
Yeah, a little more
that. Yeah,
straight up
You're going
rock.
to get variety through the day. You're gonna, I mean, we're not even close to the variety you're going to get. You're going to get variety here. So when we say alt, we mean alt, okay? So this is Devin Williams. You can check him out at devinw.com. He's got a great website. He's also got facebook.com/DevinW. Check that out. And let's go listen to his song. I got permission to use this from him, and he gave me 2 to pick from, and I decided to go with Like Fire by
that's a
Mr.
good one.
Devin
That's a good
Williams. Here we go. Devin Williams, Like Fire.
It takes a spark to light a flame. It's in the wind and in our veins. So many have tried to choke it out, telling lies to crush us down. We've had enough of their poison. The truth is rising. It's like a fire burning out of control. You can't stop this light from shining. The more you fight it, the more it explodes. I know you can't keep this light from burning. It's always dark before the dawn. It's in the skies and in our songs. So many tried to kill the hope, taking lives to break our souls. We've had enough of the torture. Now your time is over. It's like a fire burning out of control. You can't stop this light from shining. The more you fight it, the more it explodes. I know you can't keep this light from burning. And we won't be taken for fools while your world is crumbling. And we won't abandon the truth. Your darkness is breaking. It's like a fire burning out of control. You can't stop this light from shining. The more you fight it, the more it explodes. I know you can't keep this light from burning. It's like a fire burning out of control. The more you fight it, the more it explodes. I know you can't keep this light from burning. Let it burn. Let it burn.
There you have it. 7-time top 30 Christian rock artist Devin Williams, Like a Fire. That he burns everything up on that set.
That's like one of my favorites from him.
I
Yeah,
love that.
song.
He gave me a couple to use, just fantastic. We were going to have Devin on stage. I actually saw Devin at KCF.
Did you?
He was there at KCF last year. He was earlier in the day. I remember him. I was helping them with a problem. I think I was going to go on stage to talk about stuff we were doing with Hands of Hope, and he was coming off stage, and I listened from the back and put on a great show. And I realized that when I saw a picture I'd taken, and he was still on the stage, so I just connected when I heard this song like a Fire. It
Yeah.
was fantastic. So that's part of our lineup. October 26th at Hope Fest, we've got the artist Devin Williams. You don't want to miss him. He $10. Come see him. You get a double header if you want to watch Johnny then him. We've got a great. That's just our local regional artists. I mean, we got one more regional artist that's part of the national scene that we're going to talk about in a minute. But I want to talk about the next group. The next group, Johnny. I mean, you're my local favorite, but when I get outside the area, the next artist group's my favorite. Honestly, it's Undefeated. Undefeated. I like Undefeated not because I really so much like them. My wife likes them. So if my wife likes it, I naturally like it. And that's a key to a healthy long marriage. You're a young married guy is like what your wife likes, you know. And Undefeated. Hey, we have these orange pictures. I know you didn't get our orange picture, and Devin didn't because it was like pre-orange, and I didn't do these. But I want to show you what they look like naturally. My granddaughter loves her, and my wife loves her because they think she's a mermaid. They think Meredith is a mermaid. So they are fantastic. They are what they call Undefeated is what they call. You'll have to tell me this one. They are called a 3-piece rock band, and I guess their style would be they'd be rock too, I guess. And they're very interesting. 3-piece rock. Then they are all siblings. They are all family. So they're incredible.
Really cool
yeah,
thing.
they're a really incredible band. I want you to hear this. One thing we liked about them at KCF, they've been there the last 2 years, and there's another group, friends of ours, that we've got to know from Collierville, Tennessee, that came up, and we parked by each other, and we're both from Memphis, same area, same community, everything, just by accident. And they follow them around, and we learned to really like them. And they spend a lot of time with the crowd. They're at their band booth a lot. They're in the crowd. They're throwing frisbees. At the festivals, they kind of get involved, so we kind of like that.
Yeah.
They put out Undefeated put out a live promo. I'm going to show you 2 songs by them real quick, just because they gave me 2. Undefeated live promo. Take a look at what some of the stuff they do in 2024. We're in that. Maybe we'll be in their promo for 2025. Let's take a look at this real quick.
Among those who fell, you wore the cape of the king, and now you're wondering how I can pin it down so well. You had a thirst, you had a voice, and now you have no choice. I follow who I belong to. I won't ever drown myself for you. Let's go to war. I'll go to
There you go. Undefeated all the way from New York. Undefeated, known as an incredible band here. They are a incredible 3-piece Christian rock band trio, siblings from upper state New York, and we're looking forward to having them here. They were just a blast out there. Here's a good action picture of them. You can check them out. I don't know if I mentioned that, but you can go, let me bring that back up. Go back to their Facebook, Undefeated Official. So get the / Undefeated Official. You get all kinds of things there. They have another video they have online. You can go find another video online. They have a video called Future that's really good here. I'm going to show a little bit of it, just a little bit of it here. Here's Future.
dangerous freedom takes courage to fear. The death of innocence is drawing near. No, your throne is an open grave. Oh, evil isn't born, it's a blinding future. The world that we know, will it all fall? Will it all fall down past the
come on out and hear the rest of that song. Find out what happens to
still
the
going.
dude with the sword. Dude, is that not good? I mean, they sent me
Yeah,
that
man.
to use as well. I want to use that music video.
Love
they
the
put out.
energy, man.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Come out undefeated again, New York. Oh, hit the button here. That would have been bad. All right, undefeated here. I'm getting all into the other bands here. Undefeated here. Next up on the day is the Jericho Harlot. What? Somebody calls you a harlot, Jericho harlot, you know. The Bible's got all kinds of references to us being, when we're not serving God faithfully, being the harlot, playing the harlot. And the Jericho harlot fits into that really well. Here's their real picture. We got the orange off, and we got them there. And I saw them at KCF this last year. That's where I got introduced to this. I had never gone to a Christian rock festival, and I went out with a friend of mine and took us out 2 years before in 23, introduced us to it, and really the music. I like classic rock, so I enjoyed the kick in it, man.
Yeah.
And then they had the alternative stage called the Subculture stage. Oh my gosh, I never seen anything like that. I mean, it's not just the metal like you guys are doing.
it's really-
Not just screaming, but you can get into showmanship and you get into the punk.
Yeah, that's just so fun.
And then wait till we get to the horror. The American horror, you're thinking horror. Oh, well, we'll tell you in a minute. But Jericho Harlot was one of the people on stage here. Matter of fact, this is a picture of them at KCF that they took, and they're just an incredible band. They are based out of, they're a three-piece. Let's see, they're based out of rock and roll band out of Indianapolis, Indiana, and that is a post-punk trio is what they call themselves. Post-punk trio.
Yeah.
You have to help me understand the punk part. I don't know what makes it the punk, but let's listen to this thing. Then when we get done, show us what the punk is. This is Jericho Harlot. They're going to be one of our big bands coming up, and their song is The Heat Rocks.
The day your mother died, my mama sat outside and cried. How could she have taken her own life? At only 12 years old, she learned the lesson we all should know. You can't take a thing with you when you go. The thing my mama said the most, so you better have a healthy fear of the Holy Ghost. She went back in her room and all that she could think to do was clean her mother's brains off of the wall. Her heart had so much pain, she tried to remove the stain, but some of these deep colors, they don't fade. Think my mama said the most, so you better have a healthy fear of the Holy Ghost. Trying to console. No one would ever know what that little girl was shown, or how that she would never be the same. Well, only God would know how to fix a broken soul. You gotta let her go. My mama said the most, so you better have a healthy feel of the Holy Ghost. Ghost.
Wow.
Ah.
That is a rock and roll post-punk trio, is how they describe
Yeah.
themselves. Now tell that post-punk is it in the beat?
Man, as soon as I don't know, as soon as you say when you say punk, I'm like, as soon as it started, I'm like, yeah, it's a punk. That's a
You can
punk.
feel the rhythm.
the rhythm, and the guitars, and how they kind of do this palm
Kind of
muted
faster,
driving.
yeah, palm-
it's
it's
faster,
very
typically.
cool. It kind of gets in you, doesn't it?
I love like punk pop punk
What's
stuff
interesting,
a lot.
it has a little bit. I know the Beatles were rock and roll, but the Beatles had some sound like that. They would play some stuff, and then the Monkees have that. And then what's interesting is when he got really belting it, he then had almost a
changed
blues,
almost. Yeah,
a bluesy rock and roll, kind of a blues.
It's like a mesh.
Blues.
Yeah.
He got bluesy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I know.
Matt?
I totally heard it.
Like
Yeah.
Southern rock, bluesy,
Kind of soul-y,
yeah,
soulful a little bit, right?
Yeah,
It's cool.
So punk's got a little bit of blues flavor.
It can.
In it. Yeah,
It can.
Really good. I think Jericho Harlot's going to be
fun.
just incredible.
It
to
would
come
be
out.
interesting to know who influenced him.
Yeah,
in his music.
We'll have to get him here and do that because look, they're at KCF here. Then this picture here is Audio Feed. I hear Audio Feed's a really big Christian rock festival, and our friend Dale with the Subcultures producing this. They do about 8 or 9 or 10 of these across the country. They do one in Mexico. They have one in Canada, and so he books these bands regularly, and they do some of these circuits. So there's some pretty well known stuff out there. I know there's one up north in Iowa and Mexico, different places that they travel around. So these guys are getting around. They're playing a lot. They're just a different beat. They're going to be,
I like it.
when we say Christian rock and alternative, post-punk trio is going to be another
Yeah.
alternative. You're not going to get bored at this.
A lot of variety.
If you
Yeah.
do get bored at our festival, October 26th, Hope Fest, check it out. It's worth, every band will be worth the price of admission. It'll be easy to do. Everything's going to our project phase 2 at the Heron House Hope. We're doing the new clinic. We're doing the new shelter. We're doing the new commodities distribution center. Help us do that. Be a part of the day, the 5K and all that. But if you don't stay awake, look at the next band is Leper. Leper, look at this guy. This guy, we'll put him behind you. He's going to come up behind you and check you out. But they're an interesting bunch. Leper here, they describe themselves as, I know, listen, just their credentials tells me something about them. Now, they look like the living dead. That is scary. I have to admit. I'm not sure what to do about that. I'm working on that. I couldn't even give you a real life picture because it doesn't really help you any. The real life pictures were, let me show you the real life picture. Here's the real life picture. That's not good either. I mean, it's just like, whoa, dude. I do like all the guitars in the back, but if I walk in my closet and there's something like that, I'm speaking in tongues. I'm just telling you right now, I'm praying in the spirit. But what's cool is when you turn the lights out, they look pretty normal. There you go, right there. And he has to cover himself because there's too much light, I think. But what's cool is they are out of, listen to this. The Leper, go to Leper Chicago on the Facebook page. Make sure you go. Let me go back and cover that other one just real quick. Again, go to the Jericho Harlot on their Facebook page. Check out the rest of their stuff. They're fantastic. But go to the Leper Chicago on the Facebook page. They are out of the Jesus People USA movement. Jesus People is one of the strongest witnessing Christian organizations in the country. They've been around since at least I've known of them since the early 80s and late 70s. And I was doing ministry with some of their people down in the French Quarter, witnessing on the streets of Mardi Gras. I was doing witnessing with them in 89 and 90 and 91 on the streets. They would set up bands in street churches. We would too. I'd be with groups doing like Southern gospel stuff and like Christian, normal Christian stuff, normal, like stuff you'd hear at church. And, nobody liked us. But we did it, and we would preach the gospel, and people get saved sometimes. But they would set up on other corners, and they would do like gothic type stuff, emo. We didn't have emo in those days, but we just call it dark stuff. They would do stuff, but underneath it had this incredible message, and they would capture people. And then when they capture them, there was actually hope inside their message. And then people start talking to them, and they would lead more people to Christ than we ever even thought about. They knew how to fish in that pool. And Leper was special. I mean, look at this. We're going to do one of their songs here. Prepare yourself for Leper. Watch the romance die.
my dear. Even though I'm too supposed behaviors there might fear. We fight and scratch over this and that, and I can be so cruel. But in spite of all the venom in my kiss, you know I do love you. So pay no mind, don't even mind the dragon in my glare. When held up to the passion in my eyes, I hope it won't compare.
Touch my heart with but a glance of your eye. We have no right to ever forget why. Ravage my heart with just a glance of your eye. We have no right to ever forget why.
I looked into the cavity, my chest remembering. My heart was missing right from where I know it used to be. You let me take your heart out and replace it with my own. The sovereign has delivered yours. It's beating right in here. You know I don't even mind the spiders in her hair. When held up to the glass in her eyes, they just don't compare. I don't even mind the serpent in her stare. In spite of all the venom in her kiss, at least I know that she's still there. Irony, principalities, the ruler of the air, wants nothing less than our destruction, pain beyond compare. The sovereign has decreed that we enjoy each other's lives. We must refuse to just sit back and watch the romance die. The sovereign has decreed that we enjoy each other's lives. We must refuse to just sit back and watch the romance die.
Wow. Post-punk trio there also. It says post-punk trio. It's got that beat in it. I can feel that beat a little different. It has a little gothic emo style to it.
It's
too.
all so different. And
It is so
That's what I
different.
love about it too.
What was interesting in there is he uses the word sovereign, and sovereign's God. I mean, it's the God. It's one God. There's only one sovereign. It's clearly a powerful. Obviously, this is about romance. It could be about husband and wife. We see he's got his wife on it, but it could also be that we are the wife to God.
Absolutely.
And we don't let that die. You can kind of see how the message is in here very powerful. Somebody could be struggling in marriage. They could be struggling in a relationship with God. And this is Jesus People USA out of Chicago. They know how to connect with people that are in the streets, that are on the streets, that are the subculture. So, I mean, when you talk about bringing in a subculture band to reach people that I don't know how to reach, we in the church don't know how to reach the everyday street, Leper is going to be something special. This is going to be incredible. going to be really good and very talented. I mean,
Yeah.
gifted. You have to get past all the stuff and you start listening to it. And there's another band we're going to profile in just a minute called Grave Robber, and they talk about they have the best shtick I've ever heard. Their spiel is so good, it's captivating, and they talk about the Reanimator, and they talk about him as if he is God. He's Jesus, the Reanimator. They never say Jesus; they just say the Reanimator. He brings people back. Just like that, and you're just captivated, like, who is this Reanimator? And they keep talking about him and how the grave cannot hold his people, and so they use different language.
Yeah.
So many people today that we cannot reach in the church modern are put off by our language, or they've been hurt by the church or injured by the church. And then you see them using creative language, creative style, sovereign, Reanimator, and reconnecting with people and helping give them another pathway into God. And so this is where I fell in love with this style. Not all these are my favorite. I mean, I like Styx. I like Journey. I'm the Foreigner. I like classic rock.
Yeah,
I like Johnny Wycoff's band. I mean, I can understand that. But what I like about this is, as I sat for 3 days at KCF, 2 years in a row, I watched them reach so many different people with the different bands. So this band would come up and connect with this group. This band would post-punk. This band would be American horror. We'll talk about that in a minute. This band would be more rock and roll. This band would be more of this style, and alternative hard rock. And I watched different groups get ministered to, and how God sent somebody there with something that could speak directly to them.
Yeah.
And I saw Christ come into so many people's lives. And then what's interesting is the broader community was very segmented. I saw everybody, and some people were in nothing but black and blue hair and orange hair. And then I saw regular people. I saw doctors and nurses. I saw plumbers. I saw country boys. I saw young, old. I saw old rockers and new rockers. And I saw people that had lots of earrings, But what's interesting is it was the most friendly crowd I've ever been in.
Yeah. Those crowds are great.
I mean, it was like nobody everybody had their own little genre, but you could see the family of God is a lot bigger than we know. And there's a hunger for that relationship. And I thought Leper is a good example of what we're doing at Hope Fest. Hope Fest, hopefestevent.org. Go check it out. Figure out how to get your ticket to get here and check out this. They're going to put on, I know, a heck of a show. You can tell they got some showmanship. They got some great music talents. The next band is As We Are. So go to asweareband.com. They're on Facebook, As We Are Rocks. As We Are Rocks. Facebook.com, As We Are Rocks. Go check them out. And this in the middle, in this picture here, let me pull off the color, is in the middle is Dale Vaughn. Dale is the producer from the Subculture in Mount Vernon. He is producing the stage for us, and he does a lot of the production of this around the country. So the Subculture is going to be here. His band is As We Are, and they're going to also be performing at Hope Fest. So he'll put a producer's hat on, and sometime late in the day when he has things going, he gets to go put his, get his tight jeans on and his black shirt. You guys look cooler in black shirts than I do. I wear this black shirt. I'm just hot. So, I'm cool. I got vintage Hope Fest. But this is Dale Vaughn and his band, and they describe themselves, Dale's band, they are from Southern Illinois, Mount Vernon. They've played all over the country. They consider themselves hard rock, and they call themselves post-hardcore alternative. Post-hardcore alternative. Let's take a look at one of their songs. It is an audio recording, and we have a video. It's a lot like yours, Johnny, and it's a song that I really like. One of their favorite songs that I love that they do. And they've got several new ones out. Go check those out at their website, As We Are, and this song is called Addiction.
I saw the monster taking over and consuming your whole life. On replay in my mind, it must have been a million times. Was there something I could have done? I could have done. With blood-stained hands, I can't comprehend. I feel like I'm the reason. I tried to save you again and again. Why you have to leave? I'm sorry I let you down. With blood-stained hands, I can't comprehend it again. I feel like I'm the reason. With blood-stained hands, I can't comprehend. I feel like I'm the reason.
Wow. As we are. Southern Illinois' own, coming out of, based out of Mount Vernon, Illinois, hard rock, post-hardcore alternative. Dale Vaughn, the leader of that band, As We Are. We're going to have them here, and they're going to be also producing our whole stage for the day. Fantastic group there. Here's them. They've got us on their calendar. Look at this. October 4th, they're rocking the River, Harrison, Arkansas. They just came back from there. He told me it's a great trip. He collected a whole tractor trailer load of stuff for hurricane relief. He's organizing hurricane relief. We're taking all our stuff to here now. So he just took a whole truck to Florida, just had a truck go to North Carolina. Their ministry, the subculture in Mount Vernon, is reaching the subculture of our region, 618. And they got us interested. Well, that's what we want to do with Hope Fest. We're not just going after the CCM. We want to go after the rock crowd. We want to go after people that aren't getting ministered to here. I think that's our goal, Johnny, is to kind of get people that aren't being touched. And he does a great job. So we're going to have him here, and we're looking forward to working with him on a lot of things in the future here. Hey, we're not done yet. I've got two more bands. We're almost done here. I've been mentioning them a couple times. I've mentioned Grave Robber. Now let's get up with them. I think Leper and them, they could have a duel off. We're going to talk about that in a minute. I've been thinking about that. I always thought Grave Robber was the most dangerous one, and then Leper kind of, well, that's not, I mean, you got to look at it, But Grave Robber Punk, go to facebook.com/Grave Robber Punk. They have an event site. They have a Facebook site. I'm in their group now. I'm in their chat. They just welcomed me to their chat page the other day. I'm officially welcome. So I'm excited about that. And take a look at this band. There's some sketchy looking dudes. I mean,
Scary.
all I can tell you is this week they were in Indianapolis and won an award for the best horror act. Grave Robber. That's their award they got this week. Yeah, I believe they won.
That's awesome. Okay,
can I tell you why? Now, Meredith's my favorite because she looks like a mermaid. She doesn't look harmful. These guys, I'm going to tell you. So, but I saw these guys in 2023 at KCF on the main stage at night, and it was like, whoa.
Night's the time for them.
Oh,
too.
dude.
Yeah.
People flocked around the stage, and their message, I told you, the Reanimator. The other guy used Sovereign. When he would minister, they have a whole shtick where they minister and they do their music, and they come on with a special song you're gonna love. I mean, I didn't know VeggieTales had a spooky song, but they have one. You gotta come see it. But they ministered to the crowd in a way I never saw a crowd get so quiet when he would tell the story of the grave being robbed. and he would tell his story and testimony. And I honestly haven't seen any more people be ministered to than they did. They captivated people, and then with their genre, and they call this genre, listen to this, they call this genre, it's amazing. I don't even understand it. They call it American horror punk style. So there's punk, like we've been talking about, but now horror. And the American horror, it means it's got a show to it. There's a skit. There's a skit.
Yeah.
There's something
Story,
happening.
yeah.
Yeah. So I told my granddaughter didn't go in 2023, Addison. She was like 11, 12. So she went in 2024 because we said, you want to go with us? She said, yeah, I'll go. She's a country. She listens to country. Collierville, Tennessee, country. Grandpa, can we put country on? Country. I said, can we get some song that's not talking about shooting your dog, leaving your car, burning your vehicle down, chasing, and so I said, we're gonna get rid of country for 3 days. She's gonna listen to this Christian rock. It's gonna be great. So she ended up having a pretty good time. She sat back and I said, there's one band we're gonna go see. We're gonna go see Grave Robber. I want you to see Grandpa just loves Grave Robber. And I was just hoping for her to see what would happen to her. And when we got ready for Grave Robber, they were in the special subcultural room, which Dale was producing. And I said, come on, let's go see Grave Robber. She said, Grandpa, I'm going to watch him out here in the tent. We were outside so you could hear it, but you couldn't see it. I said, oh, no, baby, you're going to see this one. So take Grandpa's hand. So we went in, sat down, and Grave Robber's fixing to come out. They have this whole warm-up act they do. And this is my granddaughter when she sees them come on the stage. Her mouth dropped open. I've never, she's always like, I know everything. I'm it. I've got it. When her mouth dropped, I thought, yeah, baby. That's when I knew I needed to bring this to Southern Illinois because these bands are able to do things that I wouldn't do. I, as a pastor, am not even sure I like it. All I know is it got my 12-year-old granddaughter captivated. And she heard everything they said. And she didn't talk about country for days. She talked about what they spoke to her. And what's cool, look at this. This is what she was seeing. Them come out.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, notice
That'll
the guy,
get your attention.
Yeah, notice the guy next to her with a shovel. That gets your attention too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then hang on back. Then this is Grandma and me and her afterwards. Notice she's got a smile on her face. She's no longer horrified. She's realized that they've got a Jesus message in them. That's incredible. And it was just incredible. Yeah. So let's hear 1 minute. 1 minute and 53 seconds of The Beast Within by the Grave. You've got to come see these people. Don't tell your kids. Just bring them. Bring them October 26th. Bring them to see.
No preface. Just let them.
Just make sure they're not running around. Set them down. It will be incredible. And they may think, I hate everything. I promise you, there wasn't a bug moving when I was at KCF 2 years in a row. Not a bug. Because they're captivating. American horror. They know how to put a show on.
Yeah.
And they grab you. It's almost like an opera to some extent. Like a show, like going to a drama. So check this out, The Beast Within by Grave Robber. There you go, The Beast Within, Grave Robber. You won't need deliverance afterwards, but if you need deliverance, you'll be delivered when you're done. Because the beast within is the old man in you. And to get out of the grave, you got to beat the beast within you and get Christ in you. And you're going to have to come hear them. I'm not showing you their stick, but if you'll start shouting right off from the bat, we want to hear about the turtle. Tell us the turtle story. It's incredible. They didn't tell it both times. I've heard them tell it a couple times. But the turtle story. Ask for the turtle. We want the turtle. Get them to do the turtle. But they are going to captivate you. Bring your kids out October 26th. You do not want to miss Grave Robber because look at my daughter. Can I show you my granddaughter afterwards? Isn't that great? They minister to everybody afterwards. Everybody
awesome.
afterwards. Now, I have to tell you, when you take the grave robber and you take their guide here, this is part of their organization here. Yeah, you got the guy with the shovel here, and you got, let's go back to leper here real quick. I'm just going to jump back to leper. And, leper's guy's a little scary here. They got sickles in their hand, the death angel thing going on. Yeah, I thought, what if the two of them met in an alley? And I didn't know they have.
Yes.
Greg Robert and Sean Browning from Leper have met before out there somewhere.
That's amazing.
All right. Last but not least, our last band is, they've been around a long time, Spoken. Been around a long time. They have traveled all over the country, around the world. They have performed overseas. A friend of mine that's in Thailand, Daniel Voppel, he is a huge hard rock, heavy metal alternative, and he's from Germany, but he works in our ministry. He's one of our leaders of our ministry for Tamar ministry that he leads. It's a recovery ministry, getting women out of prostitution in Thailand. He also is an elder in our community faith churches over there and gives leadership there. Him and his wife Steffi, they're from Germany, and he is a super metal Christian music freak. He likes like Disciple.
Yeah.
He travels back for events, and he told me, he just came back from furlough in Germany. He wants to be here for this. He can't get here, but he's already said to me next year.
He's not coming?
No, he's not coming for this one. But he said next year, September 5th, he's going to figure out how to make a visit here to do this, because he says Spoken is somebody he loves to hear.
Spoken's
Disciple and all these bands. So he loves what we're doing, and I want you to check out Spoken. Here's their orange picture. Spoken. Go to facebook.com/Spoken. Check out their band. Here they are in color. Man, they look like a bunch of guys that could scare you in an alley, but look at them. Man, they can put on a show. I'm going to tell you, they put on a show for us. They're going to do a great job. Check out this song from them. It's a song called Reflection. They gave me a couple we could use.
This is a good one.
Yeah, you said this is a good one right off the bat. Here's and Spoken. Let me just tell you where they come. Spoken comes to us. They're acclaimed rock and post-hardcore alternative band, and they're a internationally acclaimed band. Check them out. Spoken with the song Reflection.
Taken for granted all the time. Everything to everyone, they wait in line. Could there be another way to justify or justify? Now, all the shadows of the world control your mind. All the voices that you hear are lost in time. Could there be another way to justify or justify? Limitations of the past that lead us to for those who have nothing more, they've given up on life.
That's spoken reflection.
Give me the snake face.
Oh my goodness! All I can say to you, and this is my mind flashing. You know, my mind is like, if you got a problem with that death angel, and the death angel is actually God's angel. He's the one who calls us home. The Reaper is the Grim Reaper. It's Jesus. For people that don't know Jesus, He'll be the one that reaps them. You know, there are those that are sheep and those that are goats. For those of us that know Jesus, He's our brother. He's our friend. He is our head. For those that don't know Him, He's I know you not, shut the door, out with the wolves and the sheep and the gnashing of teeth, you know. So I understand the image of the death angel and leper. I understand the grave robber. They're talking about the frustration of the fact that Jesus the animator keeps robbing us from the people in the grave. You know, the animators, he is so powerful, we can't stop. You know, they do that whole shtick, and it's just incredible. And you realize how powerful the name of Jesus is, how powerful the one who can beat the grave. You know, we thought we had you in the grave, but we don't have you in the grave because you met the animator. You know, they do the whole shtick.
Yeah.
It's, I love it. But then when I see this guy, let me put this picture up here. Yeah, look at this picture here. Yeah, see that one? Yeah, see that dude? That dude's kind of a cross between Vin Diesel, like some bad dude. I mean, he's the kind of guy, if you're nervous about leper and grave robber, this dude's the kind of guy that finishes them off. I'm just saying, he's the guy you bring in when you got a devil problem and you need to put him down. But what's cool here?
He's the closer.
He's the closer. He's our closer. Look at this. Now, look, they're leading worship at the end of their worship thing. Praise together. This is a big thing, and then they're going to lead worship. They lead people to Christ. Look, dude, you can have your opinion about Christian rock. You're probably like, this pastor's lost his mind. See if you can get this many young people to put their hands in the air. And they paid to do it. They paid to do it.
Yeah.
Look at they're praising God at the end of the night. Connecting. He is our closer. Spoken's going to be incredible, don't you think?
Oh yeah.
What do you think about this?
hyped.
What do you think about this lineup coming to Southern Illinois?
Man, I mean, wow, right? I mean, this is going to be an awesome
I know
night.
you've had to listen to a lot of music out there on the dock. You're not used to this kind of show. I mean, you're thinking we lost our mind, but we want to bring something different, connect with people differently, and I think we're going to get to do that.
Absolutely.
October 26th. Gates open at 12 o'clock. You could come 12 to 2 and run in the 5K. So we'll talk about that real quick in a second. But 2 to 10, music kicks off at 2. It goes all the way probably to 10, 10:30 whenever we get done. We got 8 bands. And we got, again, Johnny Wicoff will be open the day up. Devin Williams, Undefeated, Jericho Harlot, Leper, As We Are, Grave Robber, and the closer, Spoken. It's going to be incredible. So come on out, be a food court, all kinds of stuff. We'll have incredible merch and Hope Fest merch and band areas, so you get to meet the bands. Every band you get to meet, they'll have tables out there. They'll talk to you. I've never found bands more approachable and reachable than going to one of these events. They really are. I mean, when they get done, they're going to minister to you there, and they're going to be out there and available to you. And then we're going to have a band tent. We're going to have food court. We're going to have the biker zone. So if you're on your bike, you've got a passenger, you're going to get admission free to the biker zone, and there will be biker games during the day. There's a bike show going on, so you can participate in that. Find out more about that. Go to hopefestevent.org. Look up the biker zone. Get the details about that. You can just show up and participate. You can also find out more about the Hope Fest 5K. The Hope Fest 5K will run from 12 to 2. Registration 12 to 12:45. You can register online. Go to our link at hopefestevent.org. Click on the link. It'll take you to Run Sign Up. If you're already in Run Sign Up, look up our event, Hope Fest 5K, on October 26th. It's $25 for the run and the walk. That gets you a shirt and a swag bag, plus free admission for your entire family to Hope Fest. So you can get done running, get something to eat, run home, clean up, come back, and be a part of the whole day. Just be part of the whole day. And it's not even hot out right now, so you probably don't have to run home. So just hose off, whatever, and get ready. And then the kids can run in what they call the kids fun run. That's $15, and you can be a part of that. Register online. Link there again, hopefestevent.com. Do that, hopefestevent.com. Biker Zone I mentioned already, and then we got your area, the Guitar Shred Off. So by Zombie Guitar Company out of Heron, reach out to them and get signed up for that. You can go through the link at hopefestevent.com, find the Epic Shred Off, and link over to them, and you can email or call them and get connected by email also, and get registered to be in the Shred Off. There'll even be an air guitar off during the day. It's going to be a great day. And finally, let's take a look at those bands one more time. A local artist, Johnny Wicoff Band, regional artist, Devin Williams, Undefeated, Leper, Jericho Harlot, As We Are, Grave Robber, and the closer, Spoken. October 26th. $10 advance tickets. Free if you're on a motorcycle. If you're in the 5K, free for the household. Come on out, be a part of it. Pretty cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, Johnny, thank you so much for these bands. It's going to bring a different feel to Southern Illinois. If you'll come out and support us, Southern Illinois, come out and support us, we'll do this again. It won't have to be 30 years until we do another festival.
I hope this happens every year.
And that's our vision, but it's going to require people coming out.
People support it.
Please get online. Go to our hopefest.org. Share the web link. Go to Hopefest. I'll put this up one more time here. I think I've got it in a better view here. Let me give it in a better view here. I've got a really good view when I said right there. Facebook, go to facebook.com/HopeFest618. Share that out. Get the information out and challenge your friends to come. We would love to have you here for the day. And I want to thank you, Johnny, for coming and being a part of this. Donna, for coming in and shooting this. It's going to be great. We're going to be running this in the next couple days and weeks and getting it out there so you'll come and be a part of an incredible day of Christian rock and alternative music right here in Southern Illinois. HopeFest 2024. We're back. It's going to be incredible. I'm Pastor Troy. You've been on the dock with a special episode. Please share this episode with everybody that loves Christian rock that you know, everybody that likes alternative music that you know, and everybody that just loves Jesus and wants to see Jesus as Lord in Southern Illinois. You can go to onthedock.org to find out more about us, our show, everything about us, info@onthedock.org. You can email us for more questions, even details about this. Watch us on YouTube, Spotify, and iTunes, and all of our other links. We'd love to hear from you on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Telegram, and Getter. And hit subscribe, like, notify, and tell others about our show. And definitely pass this one around the horn and tell others. We'd love to have you as a Patreon partner sponsor as we get ready to go with season 4. We could use you to be on our side as we get ready to go. And Silent, we're always promoting their products. Get your Faraday bags and reclaim your right to privacy. Check that out at slnt.com, promo code OTD, or you can go to slnt.com/discount/OTD. Find out more about those products if they're right for you. And by using our code, you get a big discount. If you don't have a church home, come on out to COF TV, Community Faith Church. We have a TV. You can watch us, or you can come and be a part of our congregation anytime. Wednesday 6:30, Sundays 10 o'clock. We'd love to have you out, but don't miss Hope Fest. Hope Fest October 26th here on the grounds of Community Faith Church. We would love to have you. I'm Pastor Troy. So we go out on this show. We're going to leave you with saying, don't forget one more time, Hope Fest right there is coming October 26th. Don't miss it. We want to have you now, and we will see you soon. Pass the word out. I'm Pastor Troy with Johnny Wicoff and Donna Kranuski here in the On the Dock studio saying, get out there. Let's rock it for Jesus. And as we rock out on this episode, check out a commercial from slnt.com, one of our advertisers. Lord bless and have a great one. We'll see you. Rock on, brother, for Jesus.
There are more than 8 billion phones in the world, a fact that threatens your privacy, security, and health. With Silent Pocket Faraday protection, you can regain control over your mobile devices. We get it. Privacy and security are inconvenient topics, and you may feel like you have nothing to hide, but the fact is that in the modern world, your laptop is never really off. Your phone emits a signal, even in airplane mode. And everything from your passport to your credit cards contains RFID, and all of it contains valuable private information that is easily exploited in the wrong hands. Silent Pocket offers a range of products you already use: wallets, bags, travel gear, laptop sleeves, key cases, but with the added protection of our patented Faraday technology, which turns your devices invisible and safe from the outside world. Many industries, from top business professionals to government officials, require the use of Faraday products for the day-to-day security of them and their staff. They understand that we are constantly at risk and take the necessary steps to prevent future attacks. We offer this elite technology to anyone that values their personal data, and we are proud to offer a premium range that fits seamlessly into your everyday life, providing security without looking like a tinfoil hat. As we learn to live with technology, Silent Pocket stands on the 3 pillars of privacy, security, and health. Our goal is to provide harmony with mobile technology without risking our most valuable information. We hope you'll trust us to help you do the same.